Quiet before night. Night settled slowly over the city. In an abandoned school on the edge of town, lights remained dark. The building had been purchased for the land beneath it. No one came here anymore. No one knew who slept beneath it. The Last Engineer. Episode 2. Fracture. Below ground level, wooden boxes lined the room. The night walkers were rising. They were weakest in the first moments after waking. Slow. Disoriented. Needing blood. Across the city, Diana was driving. She felt it before she understood it. A tremor. A fracture in something she could not name. Then Brandon's voice filled her mind. Stay away. Gunfire echoed through the school. Automatic weapons. Silver blades. Boyce's men moved quickly. Efficient. Informed. Half the night walkers were caught before they fully rose. Silver touched skin. Burning spread. Ash followed. Brandon reached the rear of the building just as the first shot found him. The bullet grazed his hand. Silver. The burning began instantly. He had seconds. Without hesitation, he drew the blade from his boot and severed his forearm below the elbow. The burning stopped at the cut. He dropped to the ground, dizzy from blood loss and the ordinary rounds already in his body. He crawled beneath a bush in shadow near the windows. Inside, Diana arrived too late. She did not shift. She remained human. She moved faster than the men expected. But there were too many. A net dropped over her. Bullets struck her body. She fell. They dragged her toward a waiting van. Under the bush, Brandon reached for her and heard her voice. I release you. No, but it was done. The connection vanished. The emptiness that followed was worse than the wound. He curled into himself and wept. Discovery. Erick felt it, a sudden silence where there should have been presence. He arrived at the school minutes later. Ash coated the floor. Silver blades remained where they had fallen. He found Brandon beneath the bush. Gently, he pulled him free. Where? They threw her in a van, Brandon whispered. She was bleeding. Erick felt the absence where Diana should have been. He said nothing. He loaded Brandon into Mac's Suburban and drove. Doc met them at the door. He'll regenerate, Doc said quietly, already working. Slowly. Erick asked only what he needed. Direction. Time. Numbers. Then he left. The search. In his bedroom, Erick knelt. Lotus position. Hands resting lightly on his knees, he let his mind drift. Over rooftops, over highways, over the hum of the city. He did not search randomly. He followed absence. He found her in a warehouse near the docks. He felt her pain before he saw her. He opened the door. 6 men guarded her. He waited. Moments later, Mac, Hawk, Duncan, and Bobby arrived. The men did not last long. Inside, Diana had been nailed to a chair. Burned. Beaten. He noticed the IV bag hanging on the stand next to her. Revived. Repeated. She had been asked, how many? Where is the shuttle? Where are the stations? How ready are you? She knew none of it. Erick did not speak. Her condition was grave. He had to. If he waited or made her wait any longer, the damage to her system might become permanent. He opened another door and stepped through with her. Cost. Erick collapsed when he arrived at Doc's lab. Lauren gave a start at the look of her, then picked up Diana and placed her gently on the bed. There, Doc and Lauren worked quickly. IV lines. Whole blood. Monitoring. When she was stable, Lauren went and started an IV on Erick, giving him whole blood and Doc's elixir. Brandon was sealed in a dark room nearby. Diana was placed beside him. Hours passed. By morning, she opened her eyes, weak, barely conscious. Brandon reached across the narrow space between them. She found his hand. A small squeeze. Deliberate. Conscious. He closed his eyes. Something inside him settled. Across the hall, Erick stood alone in his office. He looked out over the city. They had known where to strike. They had known when. The shuttle's activation. The timing. The precision. This had not been random. Behind him, the AI activated softly. "Will you be all right?" "Yes, Maria." "Thank you." He did not turn from the window, but inside, something had shifted. Not anger, not fear, confusion. "Why now, Con? What did you need?" "Changes." He had been up all night. Lily, finding him already there, brought coffee, then left quietly. He needed to figure out how long Con had been watching. Suddenly, he felt a warning, a buzz in his mind. Dark? No. Something else. Lily's voice came from the intercom. "A Mr. Barnhill to see you, sir. Sent up by Roger Williams." Roger sent him, unusual. A bald, thin man came in, tall in a dark, expensive suit. Erick looked at him and knew he wasn't dark, but he was not human either. Erick indicated a chair across from him. "Please, sit down." Erick noticed his eyebrows were drawn on with makeup. He didn't have any hair Erick could see. "Thank you," he said, seating himself. "Mr. Scott, I represent the federal government. I also represent another silicone-based lifeform such as yourself, the Borm, who defeated Dark's fleet in the Morton system. The system you jumped out of to end up here." The Last Engineer, Episode 2, Fracture. This is Rusty, and this is Rusty's Mind. Join us for Episode 3. If you like this, share it with friends, and don't forget to like it yourself.